it's time now to review headlines of today's newspapers. And I believe...
Yes,
Who's taking charge?
We'll dive straight into it, Adeswa. We'll start, as always, with This Day newspaper, the newspaper of record. And from the window story, the headline says, federal government receives $2.25 billion of $3.3 billion Afreximbank's loan to boost FX liquidity. And the writer says balance of $1.05 billion to be paid next week. I think this speaks to the need to have liquidity if the FX market will make any headway. But then there's a loan, isn't it?
It is a loan. It's a loan, and it's very important if we think about why we're using this loan to continue to prop up our currency.
Exactly. I thought we said that we were not going to defend the naira, that we will allow it to float. How is it floating now? Excuse me.
We are using loans to prop up our currency.
The naira is on parachute. It's floating everywhere. All right, the story below it says stock market closes 23 positive as investors gain 13 trillion naira. I think that there was something, along this line last week, the fact that a stock market and brokers generally believe that 2023 has been a fantastic year for them. And, how does this, what indication does it give to the state of the economy? I was having a discussion with a few friends yesterday that, hey, it looks like maybe things are not as blurry as we think, but then you also want to consider how does that affect your pocket? How does it affect, the woman in the market and things like that? But I think that this is about confidence in the state of the economy, even though the gains might not be as high as what Nigeria witnessed under Obasanjo. I think that the highest that we have had in recent times, or since 1999, was under Obasanjo. But then 2023 wouldn't be described as a bad year in the stock market sector from the look of things.
Definitely. Now. I would say that President Tinubu, after President Buhari gave some people some more in terms of the economy, a lot of people felt that President Tinubu would handle the economy better than President Buhari had.
Yeah.
And that there were indicators there that, for businesses, that this may be a good administration. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see how it goes. I mean, let's have a bit of the Ashwaju magic, not just in politics and in keeping opposition under check, but in also boosting, the purchasing power of the people and boosting the economy. And of course, that takes us right into the lead story for today. The kicker says, in politics, music, tech, arts, business and sports, 24 women to watch in 2024. I can't see any of my angels here. The Ojinika Okpes, the Adesuas of this world, where are you? There are 24 of them to start with.
I love celebrating women. I love some of the faces that we're seeing here. Yeah. We're seeing Oshola. She is obviously
who's that?
The football player.
Oh, Oshola.
Agbabola. Yes. She's made Nigerians proud.
Absolutely.
She made us proud worldwide. We have Funke Akindele, who has set...
shattering records everywhere.
Shattering records, We have Arya Star and Thames and Tiwa Savage. We have people, they've been nominated in the last year for Oscars and Grammys.
Yeah.
We have Mo Abudu, who's breaking the glass ceiling abroad when it comes to media. And we also have some of the rising stars.
Bolande St. Peters is there too.
Yes.
Right beside Mo Abudu,
yes.
I believe.
And Tony Abraham. And we have some rising stars in politics.
Tony Abraham is there?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes. We have some one of our tech stars, Osama Omorogbe, who's the head, CEO of Bamboo Investment. Yeah. So it's really brilliant. And we also have our First Lady.
As far as politics is concerned, I see two women that are key there. The First Lady, without a doubt, 3-time senator, former First Lady in Lagos State, and now First Lady of Nigeria. And of course, Hadiza is there. Hadiza Bala Ahmed,
Yes.
possibly the most powerful woman for now in
Nigeria.
government.
Yes.
Don't toy with Hadiza.
I can't wait to see what she's going to do when her first report card on the ministers come out. Because
when the report card comes.
When the report cards come out, because some of the ministers are here. We have Better Edu here, and we also have Hannatu Musawa, two of our women ministers.
Yes. They're doing very well. Okay, so let's go to Punch very quickly.
Okay.
The lead story there says IG lands in Plateau as residents flee 25 threatened communities. Visit governor, begs residents to stay, deploys tactical teams to hunt attackers, secure communities. Some overzealous security agents turn victims into suspects. Governor tells Egbetokun. I think it is important because it's not only Punch that is leading with the mayhem in Plateau. The Guardian did the same, with that headline, the banner, big pictures, banner headline, Plateau killings, how failure of intelligence fueled carnage. Tribune, the same thing, IGP in Plateau, as fear of fresh attack grips resident. We've discussed this in detail, especially with Dumebi Kachiku.
Yes.
The buck stops on the president's table, and I think that the president will need to demonstrate capacity. A lot of people have asked, how come he has not gone there? For example, that, even a Biden at almost 80 or something like that, that it will, the first thing he will do will be to fly to areas where there are challenges. But some other people will also defend the president and say that he has sent his Vice President Kashim Shettima, to go and give succor, to give hope, and to demand justice. Inspector General of Police is also there. Are this enough? But
I think at a point where you have 200 Nigerians being killed and 25 communities being affected, 3 local government areas, I think that rises to the level of, our president should go to the people of Plateau State. He should go to the affected communities. Yeah. He does not need to send representatives because, to the best of our knowledge, he's well and able-bodied, and he's receiving visitors in Lagos. They're enjoying their celebrations here. We had governors come and pay tribute. And so I think, it's now time for the president to go to Plateau State and pay tribute himself to the people who require his support, to require his leadership, and who want to know that this matters to him and that he takes their lives and their losses very seriously.
I totally agree with you. I think that the style of, I think it was Buhari that, yes, Jonathan did it too, but I think it was Buhari that started the idea of, leaving Abuja for long and then, going to Daura or something, and then people that you left in Abuja are now going in droves to come and greet you. That's what Ashwaju has done here. This is his first Christmas and everything. I think that a surprise visit to Plateau will give a positive optic for his administration. Yes, you have sent your vice president, but you are the commander-in-chief. And I think that he shouldn't return to Abuja after the festivities without at least stepping into Plateau. I think you have to demonstrate that you're number one. You asked for this job, and you said that we shouldn't pity you, but we sympathize with you on Plateau. I think that he should look in and reassure his citizens, those who voted for him, those who didn't vote for him, that he's in control.
Yeah.
Any other paper to look at very quickly?
Well, we can look at the Saturday Independent.
Yeah.
Production commencement won't bring fuel price down, Pengason. I believe that is one of the lead stories here. Will only guarantee availability of PMS, other products, to lower pressure on foreign exchange. We've been talking about the Dangote refinery and what effect is that going to have on our daily lives? What effect is it going to have on the price of fuel? Here we're hearing that production commencement will not bring fuel down. So maybe when it reaches the full capacity of the 650,000 barrels, maybe then we will be able to see some effects in terms of pricing and it helping the average Nigerian.
That's right.
Akeredolu's exit, why Ayedatiwa shouldn't be the clog in the wheel of APC in 2024.
They're bringing politics into the Ondo thing again.
Yes,
sadly, we lost Akeredolu, and
very
our condolences to him.
Yes.
Saturday Vanguard here says Akeredolu, it's an insult to mourn him outside hometown. Kingsmen tell family. So the mere fact that he spent a good chunk of his last days outside of the state and where people are now going to express their condolences
yes.
is in the Badon, where, by the way, he grew up and he practiced for a long year. But people are saying that as a matter of culture and tradition, it is in Ondo State that, there's
when people are mourning, I feel like we should give some allowances. He is an ex-governor and he will be, I hope, buried with all the honors and rights that he deserves in due time. But for now, they should allow the family, I think, a period
I agree with you. Before we run along, Bloomberg, Naira set for worst year since 1999. That's not...
That's not the news we want to hear before 2024.
No.
Oh, wow.